In Power Trip News,
Trippin'.
submitted by Tea and Crumpets.
Tea and crumpets.
I don't think I've ever had tea and crumpets. Like
I've had tea, but I don't know what a crumpet is.
It's a
I think it's
biscuit,
like a
right?
cracker, yeah.
Is it cracker or is it like a...
It's an instrument.
I thought it was like a muffin.
I'm just kidding.
It's a little crumper.
Oh.
It's a little crumper girl.
With the trumpet.
Yeah.
A professor is accused of stealing a student's invention to make millions.
I could see that.
What kind of invention?
So this is a pharmacy professor.
Ooh, I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, so he... Why didn't that stick with you when I said it?
No, because I was still picturing, I was like, most students are really dumb, so they're not gonna invent shit in college. I don't think so. But then when you said pharmacy professor, I'm like, oh, those students are kind of smart. And then I can see them. I can see them fucking with chemicals.
This is how hard we pull shit out of our ass. Most of the people who work at universities doing breakthroughs are students. Asshole.
Yeah, that's true.
Asshole.
He comes from one of those schools.
Yeah,
He graduated from that type of school.
Like the people who are curing cancer right now and shit.
Yeah, but like 90% of them are just like petri dish monitors. 90% of them are just like rat strokers or petri dish monitors.
Oh, that makes me happy.
Rat strokers. Fuck it, that's great.
Yeah, I'm dirty because when I heard him say that, because I couldn't see his hand movement, I thought he meant like
Like pussy
rack
stroker.
jerking, like
Jerking off a little rat.
Oh, you gotta
on in your
take care of the lab mice. You know, they
I know, that's why I said I'm dirty.
got millions of lab mice, and you gotta do like all these things.
My dumbass thought it was children playing with construction paper, and they took that and fucking made millions out of their art.
Oh, what?
Oh, like little students.
Yeah.
That's
Like
funny.
art, I see.
Damn it, we gotta invent that shit where we can go into people's heads, man. I wanna see what the fuck everyone thinks.
No, because once they do that, the world will end.
I only one.
No, because what they'll do is they'll be like, you had racist thoughts on this day
Not
at this
me.
time, and you're going to jail.
No, I said me, only one being invented.
Everyone
into
has
my
racist
hands.
thoughts a million times a day.
Not me, Bart.
All the time.
No, definitely not Steve Greene.
Not Steve Greene. That's who.
This takes place at the University of Missouri, Kansas City. And they're alleging the university filed a lawsuit.
I've been there before.
Yay!
Good for you.
It's nice.
Good for you, Joe.
It's really nice.
I'm sure that helps all them too.
Yup.
Did you get that?
University is suing.
I bet you there's students that are watching JK News right now, and they're like so thankful that I gave them recognition, and they.
But you didn't give him. She gave him the recognition. You said I went there.
No, but they're like, oh, Joe thinks it's cool. Oh, hell yeah, I went to the right school.
I want to give a shout out to all Jennifers watching this. Jennifers, you were shouted
all
out.
the Jennifers are now saying, thank you for recognizing Steve Greene. Thank you so much.
I exist.
You guys don't understand people.
Anyway, so this doctor here, professor, sorry. So he apparently stole this groundbreaking drug formulation from a student, and he sold it for $1.5 million, but he stands to gain as much as $10 million more in royalties.
Damn.
But the university is suing
Yes.
this professor.
So the university says that any student that comes out with any sort of invention and
Property of the university, right?
True.
Exactly, it's property of the university.
So
is
they're not
also kinda
protecting the
fucked
student.
up.
They're not even protecting the student. They want the money themselves.
Well, the student would get a portion of it.
Like $1,000.
No, so it's 1/3 of profits and the remaining 2/3 is the school.
One-third.
So I actually have some insight on this.
Better than nothing.
My brother-in-law is a professor at UCSD, and he runs his own lab.
And they talked about this shit?
And he deals with all this shit because he's in charge of the lab. So when if they have a discovery, breakthrough, whatever the fuck, then it goes down the list of like him, and then the students involved, and then like it gets all broken out. Like when we do a brand deal, it's like you got to kick it to this person.
So he would have had a cut. He was just being greedy.
Yeah.
I want it all.
Well, I don't know. So the professor would?
Professor, the person running the lab gets a cut for sure. Yeah.
Because the professor's like the captain.
Yeah, and then they have to like. I mean, I get from the university standpoint because they're providing the facility and the materials and the stuff to do it. Like I get it, yeah. But also fuck this guy because like.
Yeah. So they're saying here, and they're also named in the lawsuit is his wife because she also worked in the lab. And there's also 2 pharmaceutical companies that use the invention that are named in the lawsuit. And so they're saying here that there was this graduate student's research that was used, and it's this new way to deliver medication through the eyes using nanotechnology.
So it's like eye drop, and then you feel better.
Nanotech.
Something like that. I
Dude,
really don't know.
nanotech, dude, that shit's great.
It just means
It's
really
a computer
small, right?
cell.
I don't fucking know.
I just think about
Small
Metal Gear
technology.
Solid. You know that.
Oh yeah, with the fucking robots and shit. Like the little.
I just think
mini
Black
robots.
Mirror.
Yep.
Remember that Black Mirror memory eye drops?
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
I don't remember the
She
movie.
took the eye drops and then she could go back and shit and then relive certain things.
I don't want to do
I gotta
that.
watch
Wait,
it
was it
again.
through eye drops?
I thought it was eye drop.
I don't remember that part, but I remember the memories one.
Yeah, the one where the rewind. And
Maybe it was another sci-fi thing that I watched and
Maybe
I
you're
thought it
blending
was-
3 shows
yeah.
together.
Yeah, that's.
It's so fun. But yeah, so that's crazy. But the same professor has previously been accused of using his students as servants.
Oh, as what?
This guy's a fucking piece of shit, and so is his wife.
What's the context?
Yeah, what is a
what kind of
servant?
servant?
Are they bringing in fucking food over like a big napkin thing and then they open it up and then they do that thing like,
Yeah.
your dinner is served, sir.
Because like my brother works for me for my podcast.
He's your servant too?
Is he my servant? Because
Is that what you make it out on the check when you pay him? You're like,
I thought if they're your family, they have to.
I want to now. I want that. Believe me, I want all of that. I want him to dress like a butler.
oh shit, you should increase the how much.
That's part of. Put that in the work requirement.
It's going in. We're gonna have an employee review and it's going in.
My mom made a good servant. She's gone now. No, she's not dead. She's
Oh
not
my
dead.
god, it sounded like she
She's
was.
like not around. She's not. Yeah, she's
The way he
gone.
said she's gone.
No, cause I'm sad. Cause like
The servant's
bring
gone.
me water.
Well, you have a new servant now.
She don't bring me water. I have to serve her.
That's for sure.
The tables have turned.
She just does my laundry.
Yeah, so this professor would use foreign students that he had in his lab.
Oh, because they don't know their rights, huh?
Yeah, so most of these students were of Indian descent. So this professor,
It's like these Indian and Chinese people are awesome. They do everything.
well, he's Indian too. So his name is Mitri. His last name is Mitri.
Like Mitri Dish?
Mitra, sorry, Mitra.
Mitri the Petri.
Mitra. Ashim Mitra is his name.
Well, fuck that guy.
Yeah, so here's his face.
Does he look? Oh, that looks like a guy.
He looks like an oil baron.
Yeah, he does.
He's just like, think of all that money I could get.
He looks like Carlos Slim.
I think he's missing some gold chains and gold bracelets.
Dude, imagine if he took the faculty picture and fucking like iced out.
God damn, he looks
Possessed.
Yeah, so he's been.
What's fuck? Oh, that's his teeth. That's all fucked.
But you could also tell me that he's a grocery store manager, and I'd believe him.
Yeah. Is it the haircut with the
Yeah, exactly.
comb over?
He's the one that's in front of the cash register that always has the apron on for some reason.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're like, wait, aren't you supposed to be in the back then if you're wearing the apron?
Aren't the aprons optional?
Yeah, but he always has it
Why do you do
And
that?
he has a suit under the, or like a dress shirt and a tie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with his favorite pen.
Yeah.
Oh, I just picture Butcher now.
Oh no, you're not with us on
Fuck.
on the train.
All right.
Not on the thought train at all.
They accused him of using his students as like modern slavery because he would pretty much, not directly say it, but pretty much intimidate these students to say like, hey, if you don't do these chores for me, I don't know what's gonna happen to your student visa kind of thing.
Oh, what a fucking piece of shit.
This guy.
I hate this
I
motherfucker.
wonder what kind of chores.
So like washing it or watching his dog or washing his car or like this one
Those
time
are chores.
his basement got flooded and he made all these students come over and they spent hours like
Just bucketing shit out.
getting it out. Yeah.
Damn.
This guy's a legend.
He's like, didn't you watch Karate Kid? These are my apprentices. I'm
is how you get
training
good
them.
at science.
Yeah.
You'll learn
Yeah,
a
and
shitload from
apparently the
this.
university knew about it and they didn't do anything because this professor is one of the top dogs in bringing in funds.
They R. Kelly'd him. See?
Yeah,
they R. Kelly'd him, dude.
But now they're suing him.
Because he makes
Good.
so much money. They're like, thank you. Thank you, Petrie.
Petrie. Yeah,
Dr. Petrie.
his name is just Petrie.
When I think of R. Kellying someone, I think of something different than you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I gotta get on your.
Oh, because it's what he's current about now.
His brand has been sullied by him.
Yeah, so I think now the R. Kellying is like, keeping the king happy because he's bringing in a lot of dough. And then,
That's one way.
yeah,
then the other
and
way
let
is
him
being
keep
on
his
someone.
slaves.
Maybe he peed on one of his slaves.
Because that's old news.
Oh yeah, and keeping his slave. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
See?
Right?
So then they're saying that for like decades because this fool has been in this position.
Oh, I hate him so much.
It's Descartes.
Now that he's skimping out on the money and doing it on his own, that's when you come after him. But before, when he was bringing money for your school, it's all good, huh?
Because these initial allegations.
I still like the school though. That's where I went to karate camp.
Huge shout out to this school. Jesus.
Karate camp.
I hate this.
Shout out to University of Minnesota.
I've been sitting here in my seat. I just heard myself because I'm like, I hate this fool. I hate his wife. I hate that school. I'm like, oh fuck, I think I hate this whole thing.
You got a lot of hate in your heart.
I just want to shout out all Sarahs real quick. All Sarahs,
What's
you
up,
have been shouted out.
Sarah Lee.
Sarah Lee. Your bagels are amazing.
So I think the only person I'm really mad at is the teacher, because I'm pretty sure like when you get into like a graduate school program, and like the matriculation papers or whatever, it probably states if you have any findings, and then if it gets published in a certain way, the school's gonna take this percentage, or head professor's gonna take this percentage. This is how much you're gonna take. So even though it seems like straight up rape, where the student only gets 33%, the students at least know that's what they're getting themselves into. But the professor just straight stealing his intellectual property and trying to run with that whole thing, that's where I'm like,
The professor is denying the allegations. He's saying that they had already signed the patent before the student even jumped on board in this project, so I don't know.
Still sounds kind of shady though, because it sounds like he's working with this other company on the side with like.
Well, he says that he has like his private side thing going on.
The professor does?
The professor.
All right, Mark Zuckerberg, we see you.
That's what they say about like hidden like Swiss bank accounts and shit.
I know, right?
I love hearing angry Indian guys arguing English.
Yeah.
I wish David was here.
I know, right?
He's the Indian accent guy.
I already got something on the side or whatever he says. I'm like, oh.
Please have some decency.
But yeah, they're saying about the whole student thing with the slavery thing. They're saying that in India, it would be something that students would do for the professors. I could see.
It's apprenticeship.
You're not in India though. Yeah, they probably scrub their toes over there.
Right. So then, like in India, they're the type. They have the culture. It's like, oh, if a professor walks into the room, you stand up for them. Like that's how crazy they respect them. And
Stand up and then you show
Oh, he
them
took
your titties.
advantage of that.
He totally took advantage of that, and so he abused his power here in America because obviously you can't do that.
You gotta try.
But the thing is, when
Everyone's
I'd
gotta
rather
try.
be a teacher in India then. That's tight.
No.
Yes.
Why?
This guy's my dude. I'm with this guy now. No, because here's the thing. He is a good bullshitter. Like, he's like, nah, man, in India it's like this, so like, what are you guys talking about? Like, I love that shit.
Fuck this guy. I hate this guy.
No, so like the people saying that that it's that way in India, it's the former students that are saying that he did this to them. But these students, they already graduated like years and years ago, but they're just saying like it's fucked up. He shouldn't be getting away with this. So then now recently when the university looked into it, they hit up all his students, like present and past, and no students would come forward to say like, yeah,
Because they're afraid.
they're afraid, or
Wait, what are
their
they afraid of?
perception. Their perception is like,
You're supposed to do it?
this is what we're supposed to do. It wasn't forced.
So he's not doing it to non-Indian students?
No.
That makes sense. Because
Oh.
Japanese culture has apprenticeship culture. Like if you work at a sushi restaurant or whatever, you're pretty much signing up for not only the job but a personal assistant.
Sure.
So, but then I think everyone knows that they don't do that here.
It's still, but that's fucked up though, because he's only doing it to certain students here, so he knows that something's fucked up.
Yeah, he knows he can get away with it with certain students.
Students also who will be shipped back home if he doesn't do it. If they don't do it.
Yeah,
That's
like
true,
a
'cause
super
that's
super
weird.
fucked up.
Yeah, they're
they're
saying that
ambitious.
would be considered like human trafficking.
I wonder if he goes around and goes, do you know anything about Indian traditions of teaching?
So he's fishing?
Yeah, he's like, oh no, you don't know. What do you do when I come in the room and someone's like, stand up? He goes, good. You're gonna be my assistant. I just see him go around the room interviewing.
It's like I was transported to the classroom just now, and I was there.
Yeah, I got chills down my neck.
If you go into like a Japanese structure world, right? Like so, for example, like for my karate club, like we have to do all the chores. The lowest level guys gotta fucking wipe the floors. It's like kind of
Servant shit.
yeah. It's like I'm there to learn karate, not to do this stuff, but that's a part of the culture. Everyone does it though. Doesn't matter. They don't make just the Japanese students do it. They make everybody do it.
That's fair.
They don't go around fishing like, do you know Japanese culture?
Yeah, and then we do other community service things like trim the hedges of the church that we get to use and all that stuff. And it's like, I didn't sign up for this, but it's a part of the whole thing is like giving thanks to the facility that's letting us use it and things like that. And it's all explained. In this case, it just sounds like straight up abuse.
Dude, my whole thing is like, so Nikki was just on vacation in New Zealand with her mom for a wedding or whatever. And at the end of the trip, they all said like, hey, we have to clean up after ourselves because this is an Airbnb and we didn't pay for the maid service. And Nikki's like, what the fuck? Why aren't we paying for the maid service? Nikki's like, I'm on fucking vacation. I'm not cleaning shit. She's like, I will pay for this shit. And they're like, no, we don't want to split it or whatever. So Nikki's like, well, I'm not fucking cleaning. And I support that.
I would pay for the maid service.
Yeah, right. I would too.
If I'm on vacation.
If I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation, dude. I want to chill.
Especially if it wasn't told beforehand.
Exactly.
Like if it was just like, what? I'll just pay for the whole maid service then. Just everybody.
So I'm all about respecting the environment of the place, like including with money if I have to. Like if I have to pay for someone else to respect it.
Pitching in some way to show thanks or whatever.
But I don't want to fucking clean anything. And that's all I'm trying to say. Thank you.